Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. मैं कपिल सारिंग and you're watching Kate Gaming, and in today's video I would be showing you a lovely game played none other than by Praggnanandhaa Ramesh Babu. So थोड़ा मैं games दिखाने से पहले बताना चाहूँगा. This was played in Tata Steel Chess Masters back in 2025. इसी साल ही खेला गया है. And trust me when I say this is a lovely game. Anyways, without wasting much of your time, let's get started. Okay, so the game started with 1d4 by Praggnanandhaa. His opponent Alex Serrana played knight to f6, and we had a queen's gambit, declined variation with d5, c takes d5, exchange variation देखने को मिला decline का, e takes d5, and bishop to g5. That's like the main line, and usually black goes for c6 plan, and yeah, in the game we had similar stuff. Queen c2, bishop to e6. People also go for let's say bishop to e7, bishop शायद maybe थोड़ा आगे g4 पे जा सकता है after knight to f3. But हाँ, we had e3 followed by knight bd7, bishop to e2. Now this is something I can't really explain. Prag played bishop e2, and the moment Alex played bishop d6, he played bishop to d3. So maybe, I don't know, maybe bishop d3 खेलने पे he had, he was expecting bishop to b4, but the moment he went bishop d6 plan, so bishop d3 पे उसने change कर लिया. Now h6, bishop drops back to h4, g5. Now this is where things became kinda tricky. Now you notice black pushed h6 and g5. Now the bishop has to go back. Obviously can't really sacrifice because why would you do that? There's not even a knight on f3 and you're not really winning anything. But इससे एक चीज समझ में आ रही है कि black is going to castle long side, I mean queen side. So yeah, bishop g3, you trade, you open up your h file. Now queen to e7, preparing long castles. So यहाँ पे प्रज्ञ ने knight to f3 खेला, g4 attacking the knight, knight goes to h4. Now knight b6 and short castles and long castles. This is a position we all would love to watch. White ने short castle कर रखा, black ने long castle कर सका. There are potential a4, a5 plans. You can even throw in b4 somewhere, go for b5 as well, put your rook to the c file, b file, and go for an all-out attack. But at the same time, black is also trying to attack on the king side. Here he played a4, a lovely move. King to b8, always king b8, and long castles में king b1 moves are great. It kinda supports the a pawn as well. Here we played a5, knight to c4. Prag went with knight to a4. Now obviously you can kick the knight out with b3 in the future if you want. You can go for b4, b5 straight away as well, and the knight on a4 could always jump to knight to c5, creating more threats on the b file. We see knight back to d6, knight to c5, a great move. Now a6, अब rook to c1. Now ये जो देख रहे हो ना, the attack from Prag is kinda going smoothly. Like even if you have castle long side, तुम king side पे attack generate नहीं कर सकते because the knight on h4 is doing a great job guarding the king. So let's say bishop goes back to c8, a defensive move but a good one by his opponent. Queen b3, potential threats on the b file. अब इस position में Alex played knight to b5, and trust me guys, without engine, without bar, this moves evolution bar के बिना, this looks like a very decent move. क्या हो रहा है इससे? But guess what? Something is happening, and Prag found it. He played knight takes on a6, a brilliant move, double exclamation mark. And guess what? Say ये इतना simple भी नहीं है. The moment you take, you're like, what's happening? But I've said it earlier, rook to c1, rook to b1, going for all this attack is a great plan. So the moment you take on a6, ये जो b pawn था वो हट चुका है. Now the c pawn is kind of hanging. So you swoop up with rook to c6, and it's just game over in few moves. Rook d7 gaya, you're trying to protect the 7th rank, 7th heaven, but it's getting invaded by the white pieces. Prag played knight to f5. अब जैसे knight d7 खेला ना, ये जो bishop है ना, ये हट चुका है. Now the queen is under attack. You need to move your queen. Queen goes back. You chop the knight away, bishop into b5, ab5, and push your pawn. obviously अगर तुम queen से मारते, it would be a fancy move, but yeah, we are not playing. It's Prag. Rook blocks, and what do? You do nothing, right? You basically resign. So you push your pawn, you control this b7 ka square. Now bishop b7, rook b7, this doesn't really work. You can't do anything. Queen भी कोई block करने नहीं आ सकती. There is a rook which is doing a very nice job. Rook goes to a7. You take the pawn on b5. King जाता है. And I want you guys to, kind of think in this position क्या कर सकते हो. Like, पहले तो knight d6. Obviously, you are bringing all your pieces into the party and try to find the winning move in this position. It's white to play and win. Bishop ने, attack किया है on the rook, and, बहुत चीजें हो रही है. But in this position, Praggnanandhaa, Ramesh Babu played Queen b7, sacrificing your queen. And what a lovely move. The knight on d6 is guarding the queen. The pawn on a7 is guarding the queen. The moment you take it with the rook, you take it back with the pawn, and ये जो rook है जो a1 पे बैठा है, like from the starting of the game, this a4 a5 plan comes into life. King to b8, and yeah, just bring your, the rook, and that's a checkmate. बहुत ही खतरनाक गेम, बहुत ही शानदार गेम by Praggnanandhaa. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And yeah, मैं तुमसे मिलता हूँ फिर किसी दूसरे वीडियो में. Until then, take care. Kate Gaming signing off. Goodbye and peace.